April 14th, 1912. The Atlantic is calm, the stars bright. Then, an iceberg looms ahead. The order is shouted, hard to starboard. Titanic's massive hull groans as she swerves, metal scrapes against ice, but the ship remains intact. The passengers sleep on, unaware they've just escaped disaster. A twist of fate, sparing over 2,000 souls and altering history forever. With the iceberg behind her, Titanic sails on. For the last days at sea, passengers trade rumors of a near collision. But the mood soon turns festive. The orchestra plays, children run along the decks, and in first class, toasts are raised to the ship's unsinkable reputation. On April 17th, 1912, Titanic glides into New York Harbor, one day later than planned, but a triumphant success. Her maiden voyage is complete, and the world hails her as the ship that defied death. In the wake of her triumphant maiden voyage, Titanic becomes the star of the Atlantic. Every sailing sells out. She isn't just a ship, she's an event. Her elder sister, Olympic, shares the spotlight, and together the pair are hailed as the Wonder Twins of the White Star Line. Passengers debate endlessly, which is the finer ship, Olympic or Titanic. Cunard's Lusitania and Mauritania may still rule in speed, but Titanic wins in comfort and grandeur. For immigrants, she's a gateway to new lives. For the wealthy, she's a floating palace. By 1914, their younger sister, Britannic, is nearly complete. Designed with lessons from Titanic's near miss. White Star dreams of dominating the Atlantic with three giants. But that dream would soon be cut short. Europe was heading to war. August 1914, the world is at war, and Titanic is no longer a luxury liner. Like her sister Olympic, she is requisitioned by the Admiralty. Her dining halls are stripped bare, her grand staterooms fitted with bunks, and her gilded interiors echo with the tramp of boots instead of music. Voyage after voyage, she carries thousands of soldiers across the Atlantic, sometimes 10,000 at a time. The men joke that she is unsinkable, a lucky ship protected by fate itself. To them, Titanic is not just a transport, she is a lifeline. The threat of U-boats is constant. Convoys zigzag through the Atlantic, and lookouts scan the horizon for periscopes. At times, destroyers escort her, at others, she relies on her speed and luck, just as Olympic once rammed and sank a U-boat herself. Despite the danger, Titanic endures. Each successful crossing builds her legend, and the Admiralty hails her as one of Britain's greatest assets at sea. For 3 years, she serves not as a palace of leisure, but as a workhorse of war. By 1917, Titanic is repainted white with red crosses and converted into a hospital ship. Her dining saloon holds rows of cots, and her lounges become operating rooms. Her sister Britannic serves the same role in the Mediterranean, while Olympic continues as a troop transport. Together, the three ships carry thousands of wounded soldiers home. Through the storm and submarine threats, Titanic completes her duty. By 1919, she has saved countless lives, not as a luxury liner, but as a ship of mercy. With the war over, Titanic returns to Belfast for a major refit. The white paint and red crosses are gone. Her hull gleams black once more. Her interior is refreshed for a new era. Electric lighting, Art Deco lounges, and new dining halls give her a modern edge. Her sisters, Olympic and Britannic, also return, and together they carry immigrants, businessmen, and celebrities across the Atlantic. For more than a decade, the three ships symbolize the pride of the White Star Line. Competition is fierce. Cunard's Aquitania offers luxury, while new giants like the Queen Mary loom on the horizon. Yet Titanic, Olympic, and Britannic endure. By the early 1930s, the Great Depression forces both Titanic and Olympic off their regular Atlantic runs. Instead, they are converted for cruising, carrying holiday makers to the Mediterranean and the Caribbean. Their once formal interiors lightened for leisure. During this period, Titanic sails past her sister Olympic as she sits docked in port. Passengers line the rails of both ships, waving and cheering as the two great liners salute each other with their whistles. It is a rare and memorable sight. The two sisters of a fading golden age briefly reunited. By 1935, the Great Depression and the arrival of Cunard's Queen Mary seal the fate of the White Star Giants. After years of loyal service, both Titanic and Olympic are withdrawn from the fleet. At Southampton, the sisters lie together, their funnels cold, their decks silent. Dock workers and onlookers gather to see them, aware that two of the most famous ships in the world will soon be gone. For a brief moment, Titanic and Olympic rest together as they had once crossed oceans, symbols of an age that have now passed. Soon after, both are sold for scrap, their steel broken down, their glory consigned to memory. Yet unlike the tragedy that never was, their story ends not in disaster, but in dignity. Two sisters who served faithfully to the very end.